welcome back to Bella Haunted Dolls. In today's video I'm going to be working with Tommy. His vessel is so small and cute. I'm going to be telling you his story and then we're going to be asking him some additional questions. Okay, so let's get started with his story. I'm going to give you some close-up views of him while I tell you this. So Tommy is a positive and protective spirit of a 53-year-old man, and his birthday is the 14th of June 1951. Tommy was a gypsy traveller and he talks about his family a lot. This was the most important thing in his life. He had a huge family and misses them all. Tommy tells us he was a family man and would do anything to keep them safe. He travelled all the way around the UK with them, and he also had some dogs with him and horses as well. He tells us they were a part of the family. Tommy absolutely loves animals. Tommy sadly passed away from a head injury following a fight. He tells us this was to do with his daughter and he was trying to keep her safe. He did not pass away straight away from this, but it was a couple of days later from his injuries. He tells us he's happy because it meant his daughter was okay. He tells us he still watches over them, so we believe he leaves his vessel often and goes to see his family. He does go through some quiet periods, so we believe this is when he does go. So that is something to keep in mind if you are thinking about adopting Tommy. He communicates really well with the EMF reader, cat balls, pendulum, dowsing rods, spirit box and individuals. Tommy is lovely to have around. He really loves to have a laugh. He is so much fun to communicate with. He has knocked his vessel over a couple of times, but apart from this, he's quite quiet unless you are communicating with him. We've had Tommy for around a year and we actually came across him at a charity shop. I was with my mum at the time, so we just knew straight away that we had to get him, and he is now ready to find his new keeper. Okay guys, so how I'm going to be asking him the questions is using the dowsing rods. At the moment, these are my best way of communicating while on camera, just because of my setup. I obviously will be doing more work with the pendulum, the spirit box, the EMF reader and the cat balls. I will also be getting my mum to do some sessions on the channel, so that will be really interesting as well. But I just got him here just balancing on my leg. I'm literally cross-legged because he's so small. It's really actually hard to find a place to do this with him. But let's get started with the questions. So I've got them here on my laptop. Okay, so the first question is, because obviously he was a gypsy traveller, so these questions are going to revolve a little bit around that. So, okay. Tommy, are you happy to communicate with me today? Are you happy to communicate? Brilliant, thank you. And I will be resetting for him just because I find this is the easiest way to do it. And are you happy to be on camera today? Thank you, Tommy. Okay, so the first question I've got for you is, did you have a home or did you just completely travel around all the time? So, did you have a home as a base? Did you just travel around all the time? Okay, thank you, Tommy. And did you have a caravan? Thank you. And was this your home? Thank you, Tommy. Okay, so the next question is, did you play an instrument in your life? Thank you. Did you play the guitar? Did you play the piano? Did you play the trumpet? Oh. Did you play the trumpet? Thank you, Tommy. Did you play any other instruments apart from the trumpet? Okay. Did you play... Oh God, I've got to think of instruments now, guys. Did you play the flute? Did you play the harmonica? Okay, thank you, Tommy. I can't think of many instruments, so I'm going to move on from that question, but thank you so much for sharing that with us. Okay. Have you ever visited the area that you're in now while you were alive? So did you ever visit this area? Well, that's really interesting. So he has actually been around the whole of the UK. Was it near where we are now, or was it very close? Like, okay, I gotta try and do this yes or no answers, guys. Was it extremely close to where we are now? Were you just passing by? Okay, thank you, Tommy. Okay, Tommy, did you have a favourite place to stay? Thank you. And did you visit here often? Or visit there often, I should say. Did you go there more than once a year? Did it depend? Okay. So, the next question, we already do know this, but I'm going to ask him a little bit about it. Oh gosh, I don't want him to fall off my knee. This is not a stable place to keep him, guys. And that was not a pun for what I'm about to ask him. Okay, Tommy. He got such a good energy, guys. Did you ever work with horses? Perfect, we did know that already. Did you have more than 5 horses? Perfect. And did you own gypsy cobs? Did you own any other types of horses? Did you have a favourite horse? Perfect, thank you, Tommy. And are there any horses in the spirit world with you? I haven't actually asked him that before, guys, so that's really interesting. Are these horse spirits with you in the spirit world? Like, are they with you all the time? Okay, so that's really interesting, guys. I'm actually going to update his description to show that. I'm not 100%, you know, how many, and so I will actually speak to Mum about this because I haven't actually asked him that before. It hasn't really crossed my mind. I don't know why. But yeah, that is really interesting. I obviously will confirm with Mum and see what she says, because that is something I've just found intriguing about Tommy. Okay, so we'll move on. Oh, actually, I know I want to ask a few more horsey questions, because I actually do love horses as well. Did you ride the horses? Perfect. So were they ride and drive horses? Did you used to ride them and drive them around? Perfect. Did you ever do any competitions on your horses? No. Oh. I wasn't holding that completely properly then. Did you ever do any competitions on your horses? No. Did you ever race your friends on them? Okay, thank you, Tommy. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's another question. Did you breed horses? Perfect. Okay, Tommy, I'm just gonna hold him while I just scroll down on my questions. Oh, this is a good one. Did you believe in spirits when you were alive? Perfect. Thank you. Were you religious? Were you religious? Okay, thank you, Tommy. Also, I just realised my laptop was making a noise, but that has actually stopped now, so there we go. It's just one of those, I don't really realise it or notice it because I'm used to it, if that makes sense. Okay. Okay, Tommy, were you ever part of a travelling performance? I'm sorry if that offends you, but I got that question online. Because sometimes I do struggle to, you know, think of different questions. So I do like to ask AI and stuff like that to help me think of some more questions. Okay. Thank you for answering that, Tommy. Did you ever used to make goods? Thank you, Tommy. And did you sell goods as well that you made? Or did you just sell goods and then keep the ones that you made? Okay, not quite sure on that one, guys. It's a bit of a silly question for me to ask because I can't really go into much details over the dowsing rods. Okay. So we just have a few more left. And these aren't, you know, about his life. These are just questions in general. So, do you like it when I put music on for you? Thank you, Tommy. And do you like it when I light candles for you? Thank you. If you can see him moving, it is because he's on my leg. He is wobbling a little bit, guys. I need to try and keep him still. Okay. And do you feel safe here with me? Do you feel safe here with me? Thank you. And do you like it here in this house? Thank you. And do you enjoy when I communicate with you? Brilliant. Thank you, Tommy. So I think I will leave it there, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Obviously, Tommy is available for adoption. You can find him on my Etsy, my eBay and my Vinted at Bella Haunted Dolls. But thank you so much for watching. Comment down below what you thought of the session and if you feel drawn to Tommy or what you think about him. But I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, guys.